I have been wanting to test out these Schmincke Super Granulation paints for such a long time, and today I am going to do exactly that. And I'm so excited for this. If you saw my Jackson's haul video, you know I picked up this little teeny tiny set and I'm going to try them out in today's video. The Schmincke set that I bought is this trio of volcano colours, so it's a really nice warm toned set of paints. The Trio Volcano set is part of the Super Granulation series, so these paints will separate and granulate really nicely, and you should be able to see a couple of different colours within each of the paints. So the paints that are included in this set are Volcano Violet, Volcano Brown, and then lastly Volcano Red. Each of the tubes of paint are 5ml each. I'm going to swatch each of the colours. Firstly, we're looking at the Volcano Violet, which is a really nice purple red. And then we're going to have a look at the Volcano Red. And then lastly, I'm going to test and swatch the Volcano Brown. And I'm going to allow these to dry so we can see the true effect of the granulation. Really nice granulation in that middle red, and also some reds coming through in the brown. As part of my Jackson order, they also sent me this dot card by Schmincke, which has got 8 colours within it. So that's a really good way to test out the colours and see if they're going to be right for you before you actually purchase the paints, because sometimes it can be quite an expensive outlay, and I think dot cards are a really good way to test colours before you buy them. So this one was just a really nice little bonus as part of my Jackson's haul, and if you haven't seen that video, I will link it in the description box. But essentially there are 8 colours within this set, and on the card it also tells you the information such as transparency and also light fastness, along with the name of the paint. Now I think some of these colours might be limited edition, so I'm quite excited to try them out. This first one is Volcano Yellow, which goes on really nicely, and then we have Tundra Orange, followed by a Galaxy Rose or Galaxy Pink, and then Deep Sea Violet, the Glacier Green and the Shire Green, and then we've got this Forest Brown, and lastly the Desert Grey. So all of those colours do come through absolutely beautifully. And the unique thing about the Schmincke paints, the Super Granulation paints that is that they actually have 2 different pigments within them, and when they start to dry they separate and then create some really interesting textures, which you can't really achieve with some other brands or even other Schmincke paints. If you want to try out these paints yourself, then I do have an affiliate link in my description box below. If you are a new customer to Jackson's, you can also get 10% off of your first order, and it will help out my channel as well if you use my link. So I'm going to test them out on this page in my sketchbook. I've divided it up in the middle. One side I'm going to do quite a warm toned piece, and the other side I'm going to test out some of the paints from the dot card to really see what they're like and what I can create with them. And it gives you an idea on actually how far the paint on those dot cards go. So this first side that I'm painting, I decided to go for a string of hearts because I have a string of hearts sitting on my shelf just above my desk. So I was painting this from life. I was just going straight in and painting freehand because I wanted to check out the granulation of some of the greens. On the green side of the leaf there's a really nice mottled pattern, and I thought this would work really well with the Super Granulation paint. I used the forest green, and then I also went in with the desert grey to get some of the pattern into the leaf. And I also wanted to use the deep sea violet and the galaxy pink because on the underside of the leaf we've got a really nice deep rich purple. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do like to test out art materials quite often, and it would be great to have you join me over on my channel. Also, if you are enjoying today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up because it really does help out my channel. Okay, so I guess we should really talk about how these paints were to use. I didn't really know what to expect from the Schmincke paints because I'd never used any Schmincke paints before, so this was my very first time in trying them out. I found them to be really smooth. I didn't experience any graininess or any chalkiness at all, and considering my first painting was using just the dot card paints, I think this is absolutely amazing. I was expecting a little bit more granulation from some of the colours. There was slight granulation in a few of them, however I would have liked to have seen a little bit more separation between the pigments in the paints. I don't know whether it's just me on the paper I was using. I'm using my Stillman and Burns sketchbook, which is a multimedia paper, and I'm using my Jackson's quill paintbrush. So if you have any suggestions on paper I should be using for this paint, then let me know in the comments, because I would really like to try out these paints further. This little painting that I'm now creating is solely with the trio of volcano colours, and it is a very red piece. As you can see, it reminds me of something from the Upside Down in Stranger Things. Don't worry, I won't give away any spoilers. But I initially added quite a light wash across this piece, and I've been building up the colours on top. And I think that this process has actually reduced the amount of granulation that I'm able to achieve in the piece. The most successful area for granulation is the sky, and I think it's because I didn't have as much paint in that area, so I think these paints are really useful for creating backgrounds and washes, but maybe not using for the entire piece. Okay, there you guys have it. Those are my two little paintings using the Schmincke Super Granulation paints. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the paints, if you're going to try them out, or if you've got any tips on using them, because I didn't get quite the amount of granulation I was hoping for. But I'm going to keep trying, I'm going to keep using them and see what I can achieve with them. As always, if you have enjoyed today's video, give it a big thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe so you never miss out on any of my future videos. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.